Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
The content in this video is for informational purposes only. I do not encourage or condone the consumption of illicit substances for casual or recreational use.
Hello and welcome to this video. I am going to save all the thank yous and stuff to the end of the video because I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It is simply an introduction to my interpretation of the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It is opinion. I need to put that out and probably reinforce it through these series of videos that this is my opinion. This is not a be-all, end-all interpretation of the album, nor is it based on anything other than what I have read, seen, and absorbed through my life. It is, like I said, it is an opinion. It is how I interpret the album. The song order, the lyrical composition, what was going on, or I should say, what we know publicly was going on from what the band has said over the years after the release of the album, what McCartney has said, specifically McCartney, after the death of Lennon, after the death of Harrison, little tidbits that he's admitted to over the years. So this video, I'm just going to kind of set the stage. Then the next video, we're going to look at side A or side 1 of the album, the first 7 songs. Then in the third video, we're going to go through side B, which or side 2, which covers the songs 8 through 13. And depending on how long it goes, we may look into, in the third video, we may look into the fake mustache song, or alleged fake mustache song, and that's backmasked in the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Reprise, which is the 12th song on the album. And if the third video is going too long, I may save it and do just a video on that. So what we're looking at is probably one of the most controversial, beloved, I don't want to say divisive, I want to say researched, thought, theorized, hypothesized album of the late 20th century, or actually mid to late 20th century. Some of the things that have formed my opinion of how I interpret it are the fact that in 1966, fall of 1966, John Lennon met Yoko Ono, almost immediately had a fairly controversial affair with Yoko Ono, which led to his divorce of Cynthia and the abandonment of his son Julian. The band's experiments and the effects of LSD-25 on the band, how it affected their composition, how it affected their views, how it brought the band together and also divided the band. Other things that work into it is that both Lennon and McCartney are probably some of the greatest lyricists that lived, or in McCartney's case, still alive at time of filming. They were great lyricists, just like Joan Baez, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and a whole cadre of artists of this time frame. The war in Vietnam, the storytelling, the how things could be put together in a seemingly benign way, but have deeper and truer meaning, or deeper meaning or inside meaning to those in the band composing the music, composing the songs. All of these things played a factor into it in my interpretation. Other things, my personal psychotic adventures from the late 80s through the 90s. Books such as Timothy Leary's The Psychedelic Experience, Tibetan Book of the Dead, LSD, My Problem Child by Dr. Albert Hoffman, Food of the Gods by Terence McKenna. Growing up, listening to the album, my mother has, or had, I don't know if she still has it, had a copy of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band on vinyl. And listening to it over and over as a child, you know, that is just, and it's other things that shaped my life, no doubtedly impact how I interpreted, or how I interpret this album. The whole life, my personal life experience interfering or melding or running alongside of, depending on how you want to look at it. Also want to state for the record that I could sit and do multiple videos on each and every track in this, on this album, but I'm going to try to encapsulate everything into the overall, the whole album. Some of the songs, there are certain lyrics that stand out to me, and other lyrics that don't stand out so much. They may stand out to you. You may have a different interpretation, and that is well and fine and great. If you do, put it down in the comments. If you have ideas of where I may be going with this in the next two, possibly 3 parts of this video series, please put those down in the comments. I'd love to discuss them. This is one of those cases. This album and Magical Mystery Tour, which was a less popular album in the movie that was made to promote the album flopped and bombed in its day, and has over the years gained a kind of a cult status to it. How that the going from Sgt. Pepper's to Magical Mystery Tour. I may do a video series on Magical Mystery Tour simply because from a philosophical and artistic view, it is a very interesting album. Well, not so much the album, more the movie. The movie is put together in a very circular fashion, very I want to say inspired by Hinduism. So yeah, I may after this series, it'd probably be after the Christmas holidays, I may do Magical Mystery Tour, the movie, just simply because enough time has passed, enough things culturally have changed for it to be more acceptable and easily digested now than what it was in its day. Other things that affect my interpretation of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is attitudes, mainstream attitudes, and status quo attitudes, and counterculture attitudes toward things like casual drug use, casual sex, how all that coalesced in my interpretation of the album. I am imagining sitting here doing this introduction that these videos are going to be fairly lengthy. I will probably forgo the "it's 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids are" ending on these videos, just simply because that kind of takes you out of the thought process, takes you out of the mindset. I don't know what I'm going to use at the end of the videos. I'll figure it out when I get there. So yeah, hopefully I just got lucky and had the time to sit down and do this introduction to this video series before Thanksgiving. This should post the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. November 21st is when this should post. The 20th should have been a second filler video, and the Thursday before that should have been my first filler video or recycled videos. So this is what we're looking at as far as the future, what I have planned. If there is any albums, movies, something that you would like me to take a deep dive on, feel free to request it in the comments below, or send me a message on Facebook. I believe I have my Facebook link at the very, very bottom of the description. So yeah, if there's something you're just curious about how my brain is going to interpret it and put together, please let me know. Kind of philosophy by request. I don't know if you can do philosophy like you do radio station. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's the fun part about this whole adventure right now. It's interactive. It's a good thing. So that's going to wrap up my introduction. Hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, wonderful Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Until next time, peace.